Two, one, and we are recording. And as I just rudely interrupted you, you were telling me about your life, and I realized this is podcast material. So let's start. So episode 764. Uh, Dr. Diaz put us in touch. I should have asked
Yep.
beforehand. Is it
Oh,
Lujan? Luan? Eric
hey, how you doing,
Luan?
Tommy?
I'm doing
Yeah,
good.
Eric
Luan, I'm doing very good.
Lujan.
Thank you for coming on here, my man. I think we've got a little bit of delay, so if I end up interrupting you, it's probably because there's a delay. But just jump right back to what you were saying. So you grew up in Colorado.
Yeah. I grew up in Colorado. I was there up until I was like around, I don't know, 20 something, 30, 20, 26, 25. Then I moved to other, like a little bit of Mexico, but not really, I didn't really, I was not used to Mexico. So I decided to go somewhere else. And I ended up being in Cancun and being there for a while, and then moved back down here to Europe, where I started it, and it is messed up, because you know that you're gonna have you grow up here and you try to make your life really cool, and first of all, you don't speak the language. I got there. I remember I got there with only $1,000, man. $1,000. And and I did a lot. Believe me, I did a lot. I was getting there, like, how can I say, like the what is it called when the water is flowing up? You know what I mean?
When
When
the
the
water's
water comes up and the
rising tide,
foaming.
the
Yeah,
rising
kind of
tide.
like going, I was doing business with big guys. I was doing
Yeah,
a lot of cool stuff. But I started it like nothing, man. And in all these come down, it just turns off. It's like it is terrible. It's hard. It is very hard because one day you do have, and another day you don't have nothing.
yeah. It's
Terrible.
it's and there's no way there's I kind of use this as like a blanket explanation for anything because as I was just saying to you beforehand, I mean, I'm a white guy who had private education with a family. My parents are still married in their 60s. You know, I live in the United States. I'm my own boss. I have a college. I got into medical school and turned it down. Like I've had nothing but opportunity in my life. Really, the only thing I can ever sort of relate to in terms of like quote unquote struggle, and I think most people in the world, most people in Ukraine right now would probably give their left nut to have my problems, is I lost a brother to suicide in 2014. And that's really the only thing I can remotely relate to in terms of, again, I would take losing a sibling to suicide than living in a war zone. I mean, I'll be candid about that. But that's really the only way I can kind of relate to anything you're saying is I get it in terms of it was on a Tuesday. You wake up that Tuesday, and it's just a Tuesday. And that evening, you're going to bed just staring at the ceiling, drunk as shit, and you can't cry anymore. And that's really, again, I would rather have that experience than be displaced from my country and have Russia invade it and shell civilians. But that's in terms of because if I don't have that, then there's no part of me that could nod and say, yeah, I understand what you're saying because I don't understand what you're saying. I live a wonderful life. So, but I do get it in terms of
Imagine,
you
yeah.
have it and then you don't.
Imagine you have you're doing you have a cool business going on. You started it from nothing, and you're going boom, 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 going up. You know what
This
I
this
mean?
this podcast.
Yeah, there you go. And then you just like doing some cool. You're like getting together with government people. Then because like I told you, I started with only $1,000 up there, and I didn't speak the language. I met my wife. She had four jobs. In
Jeez.
fact, I had to work to be able to date her. I was able to. I had to get a job with her. So I was dating her and working at the same time. Imagine this. And
Pretty
it was kind of
pretty
cool though.
pretty
But we
smooth.
started it together.
Pretty
Yeah.
smooth.
So yeah, I know. Your money. And
Hey
then
man, you gotta do what you can. Oh hey, you work here too? So do I.
yeah, yeah. So imagine I was doing some classes there. I was, trying to do whatever I could. And then I start talking to her, you know what? I think we can do something better. Let's do something. I start cooking. Like, I have some skills cooking Mexican food. So I start doing tacos, man. So I was doing tacos. Believe me, I was selling these tacos very good on a very good price. So I started going up, and the people were like, "Wow, hey, these guy really has real Mexican food." And I was the only one doing this. So I started going with these people, going around, moving around, and I ended up cooking even for the governor, the guy from the governor. So I was in front of him, cooking for him and everything. He enjoyed it. But that time, I say, you know what? I'm going to do something else. I just don't want to stay here. I want to be part of these guys and being on that table with them. And after I cooked, after I did all this stuff, I started moving up. I started doing some music with other people. I directing music. I was doing other stuff too in Ukraine. And then I just decided, you know what? Let's do events. Let's do a big event. Let's do something. I created something so cool that the people were crazy about it. They wanted to be part of it. Everybody, man, everybody. Which called Big Business Day with Jordan Belfort, the Wall
The
Street.
Wolf of Wall
Man,
Street.
I was the guy who brought that guy to Ukraine. You know,
That's
so
insane.
yeah, it is crazy because all this started it is a long story, which is very cool. I did this from Cancun. Jordan was down there in Cancun, and I barely had money, man, to go see this guy because he was charging a lot of money, And I got the ticket. I remember I was asking a friend, "Hey, man, I'm gonna go see Jordan Belfort. Can I borrow your car?" And he goes, "Yeah, man, take my Mustang." He goes, "Are you serious?" So here is this guy taking a yellow Mustang to Jordan Belfort, thing. But this started like that. And then I went there, got going. I started it with the ticket on the back, and I said, you know what? The day that I will be doing something cool is when this guy will work for me. Because everybody was like, getting crazy with this guy. He was telling all kinds of bullshit stuff. You know what I mean? He was like, here, give me your hand. I was not. I was way in the back.
Hmm.
And I said, what will be making me even better? So I went there. And when I was down here, I always had it in my head. I had to bring this guy. And I did it. So we created it, me and my wife. And we did it so cool, man. It was just amazing. We were coming up so good. But things that were coming, we were doing classes, we were doing speeches, we were doing a lot of cool stuff for people, helping things. But guess what? One day, it turns out that 5 o'clock in the morning, there was these big old alarm bombs. It was bad, man. It was bad, terrible. And it is, it is bad. It is bad. I have found pretty cool people in my life. Dr. Diaz, you know, he's been around me. He's cool. He's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's been on it. He was on with me since the beginning because we were gonna do something together because we talked before. We talked. Hey Eric, let's do something down there in Ukraine. He knew what I was doing, and he wanted to do something for Ukrainian people because he's working with this what's it called, the name of it? I think it's World
The world
Humanity
world
something.
world peace something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he was like, let's do something, Eric. And I know you want to do something. And I, yeah, sure, let's do it. I have good potential here right now. I'm going up. And we were going to do it, man. We were going to do it. But this thing come out and we couldn't do nothing. We just lost everything. I left my house. I left a car. Man, on 6 years, I was able to buy my own house. I was able to got a BMW M3. I was like going up, man.
Fuck
You
yeah.
know, and I mean, you can see the videos of Jordan Belfort. It's on YouTube. Jordan Belfort. I don't know if I can say this, right?
Say
But
whatever you
Jordan
want, man.
Belfort, yeah, Jordan Belfort, Big Business Day, Jordan Belfort. You can look where. And I mean, the event, it was the greatest. Yeah, I even Jordan told me this. This is a really cool event that you came out with, Eric. This is like we never had something like this before. And he's been around, you know. And when he told me, he's like, wow, I want to continue working with you. And we were ready to do more, you know, and everything. We were working, but something came out, the coronavirus came, and then this boom, this thing with Russia and all these things. It was just like terrible. But man, uh, it's terrible that you wake up one day knowing that you don't have nothing. The all what you had is your knowledge, your family, which is the best thing. And I will, you know, to tell the truth, I will change it again. I will do it again to save my family. I was like I told the doctor when I was there, you know, hey doctor, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready. If I don't get no help, I'm gonna stay here and I'm ready to grab a gun and start
Fuck
shooting if I
yeah.
have to.
Fuck
You
yeah.
know, I'm not. I wasn't gonna let these fuckers to take me. You know, I was going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck that
yeah,
shit. Yeah. Stand tall. Grab your balls. I mean, again,
yeah.
it's easy for me to say I'm in Maryland. I'm not in Ukraine. But no, it's
No, you would do it too. I mean, come on. You knowing that we need to. You know, I mean, I have these American feeling too. You know, of this guy, and to tell the truth, it just I can't stand it right now. You know, if I heard about this guy or even just by the name of it, it makes me feel very angry.
yeah.
To tell the truth.
It's yeah, it's a weird thing because like losing my brother sucks. But what I had was I still had two other brothers. I have two parents. I have friends. I have aunts and uncles and cousins and grandparents. And they all this was back in 2014, but they all kind of tightened up around you. And like so you lost this thing, but everyone around you didn't, it still sucked. And I still think we're coming up on his 8-year anniversary, April 15th. You guys tattoo on my shoulder. But that was one person and I still had everything else. I was still in the United States with a functioning car and a home and health insurance. I don't, that's a completely different beast to just lose everything else. Like your entire, I mean, that's just completely robbed of everything. It's not that your house was robbed, it's that your life was robbed.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
there's,
because
yeah, what do you do? Do you take the
I
ones you
mean,
love and flee to safety, or do you stand and fight? You do one,
yeah,
you kind of can't do the other.
yeah,
And you have to, part of you want to be a man and you want to go fucking defend your place. You want to go kill these Russian motherfuckers. The other part of you is you're a husband and your purpose here on earth is to defend your family. And in the event you die, your family's taken care of. Like my dad worked like 80-hour weeks until he retired. I don't think he ever gave a shit if he was going to have a heart attack. He didn't care. His purpose, and he did have 2 heart attacks. His purpose was to make sure that my mom will never have to work again. And
to provide.
and
Yeah,
yet,
yeah,
and God bless, they're still married and they're happy.
yeah.
But that's my dad's
Right.
mindset was I'm here to do this, and it doesn't matter if I die, family will go on. So in
Of course.
your shoes, it's do you stand up and defend your country, like you're, you know, like a man you're supposed to, or do you defend your family? And you can't really have both. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
No, no. And like I say, I was ready. I was ready to
Yeah.
go for it. And then at this time, because I even called because I have a national Mexican nationality, and then I just said, you know what, I called these guys, and then I didn't get no response. It was no help there. So I'm like, okay, I'm by myself. Forget about them. Shoot, like always. And then I just go, all right, what I'm gonna do? If I'm gonna stay here, I will have to grab a gun and defend everything. And be a hero here. Try to be a hero for who? Now, what do I really have to do? I thought about it. Be a hero for my kids, take them out, do the right way, save my family. Because at this time, I was able to come out from the country because I have this Mexican passport, which it was even not even working. But anyways, it got me out. This is like always. Yeah. And then I got it, man. So I got out. And I say, you know what? This is the best thing I think I have ever done. I have videos from I'll send them. I'll send them to you later, where I just present my house. I say, you know what? This is I wanted to record this so my kids can see. In the future, hey, we had this, kids. This is where it was yours, and this they took it from us. They took our life. Like you were saying, it's not even a robber, man, because a robber will go inside your house and they probably take a television. They will probably take shit from it.
Yeah.
But if you really think about it, this guy it was not just a robber. It took my life. It took the life of my kids. It took the life of my wife, the whole family. It is bad. It is like you lost everything with a robber that it took not only it took our life.
But not only that, he didn't even take anything. He just destroyed it.
Yeah.
He didn't even fucking.
He doesn't
It's not
care.
even like he took the TV and then went and sold it. He took the TV
No.
and then threw it off the balcony and left.
Yeah, because he doesn't care. He's these kind of people. He doesn't care. He's not. I don't know, man. He's not a human. I don't think he's a human because a human will never do this.
No, he's a fucking demon. He's going in there. He's going in there because he's towards the end of his life. His window as dictator is closing. He said the worst day of his life was the dissolution of the Soviet Union. He's been trying desperately to rebuild the Russian Federation to be some sort of shadow of the Soviet Union, with the invasion of Georgia and Ossetia, with the taking of Crimea, and now with going into Kyiv and Luhansk and whatever the third one is, Donbass. That's what he's doing. This has nothing. This isn't a war of. This isn't he was invaded and he's righting wrongs. This wasn't he's freeing his people. This is an old guy with a small dick and a big ego who's got a chip on his shoulder and wants to make a name of himself before he dies. And ironically enough, the worst thing that ever happened to him, the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 91, is now going to happen again 31 years later. Russia's going to fall even further into the shadows. So he's not a man. He's not a human.
Yeah. And all for what? Just to try to prove U.S. that he's like the biggest shit in the world and
exactly.
over the world.
He's not even taking anything. He's not even taking it. At least go get something.
Yeah.
No,
but he's not. And he started this war for nothing. I mean,
it was a war for him. It was a war for him. That's it. Not even for the Russian people. It was a war for him.
No, because they didn't even know, man. He's lying to the people. Even on TV, the people believe that this is to save Ukraine from Nazi, man. What are they talking about? The Ukrainians are so cool people, man. They were like amazing. These people, you go and when they open their hearts and they're just with you, they're the best friends. They're very cool people. I went there and I made this country mine, man, because they opened it to me. These people were like helping me getting there, and they were worried about me. Even my friend told me, Eric, you have to get out of here, but this is not your fight. I'm like, what are you talking about? It will be my fight because my kids are from here. you know. And he's like, Eric, get out, man. It's serious. I mean, your kids, take your kids and make proud of, like, if we, he was just telling me, you know what, if something happened to the country, at least we know there are Ukrainians somewhere, and there will be people of us down there, and the Ukrainians will still alive, you know. Take your wife, take everything you can. And I did that, you know. I talked to the doctor and said, you know what, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna need some help probably. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. And I called my family and I told them, you know what, I'm gonna need my I need to get out. Money, we couldn't get money from the banks. They were not giving dollars. They were only giving gremlins. And if you take gremlins down to Poland, Poland wasn't taking any gremlins no more. Nobody was taking. So I was like, I'm I'm broke.
I'm fucked.
Yeah. You know, for having like I left my car in the garage, man. M3 Super Sport. I was like, yeah, this like these cars that you don't even want to move, man. You only move it on Saturday or
Yeah.
Sunday, and that's on summertime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And I did a lot. I did a lot, and it's amazing how you can lose everything, man. And just, you know, so I called the doctor at that time anyways, and I said, you know what, I'm getting out of the doctor. So I got ready. I back up a lot of burritos, you know, and put some food in the car. I grabbed whatever we could in the car, you know, put like some stuff there. Uh, I brought Mickey with us, dude. Mickey is a hamster from my daughter. So she's like, Mickey has to come, daddy.
We got him. We
So
got Mickey.
yeah, Mickey came on.
Hell yeah,
And
Mickey.
yeah. So it was cool. Then we put a big old like container with a diesel. So the car, because we
You just
we
keep
didn't know
going,
how many
going,
hours we're
going.
gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
All
until
right.
you can't go anymore.
The 9, we're ready. We say, okay, if we have to leave the car, we will leave this car.
Yeah.
No matter what. All right. So we had a minivan, and it was bigger than the BM3. So we had to bring the minivan. We bring the minivan full, you know, with us. And I said, okay, I'm gonna turn the car off and on. So if I have to move, and if it is cold at nighttime, I'm gonna have to warm it up my kids a little bit. So I was doing this. I was able to make it all the way to the other side because of this. But imagine going, it was 9 kilometers. Yeah, it was 9 kilometers of line of vehicles. People were frozen. It was cold. It was snowing. It was like, what was it? Like minus 17, something like down there.
Jesus.
Imagine. There were kids. There were people pushing those little strollers, you know, with the kids. It was bad. It was bad. People were getting crazy. They want desperate. I mean, I understand. They want to get it out. You know, they want to get out. All these things happening. Kids went by themselves, going across the border because their parents got killed. It was terrible, terrible, man. So we got it. Thank God we crossed the border. We made it up to Poland. My family was helping us. You know, doctor called it, hey, how you doing, Eric? Yeah, we're on the hotel already. My family was trying to help us all the time to get to the hotel. They were managing to pay the hotels for us, food, everything. I crossed my car. It was nice. My family's safe right now. Made it up. We were going to go to Mexico for a while, but we decided that we need to be closer and help. And what I'm doing right now is I'm getting together with Doctor too. He's been helping me a lot with some connections that he has, and my connections here too. I'm using the connections from Ukraine too, and we're putting together like first food, diapers, all kinds of stuff. We already sent 2 semis down to Ukraine, buddy. 2 semis, thank God. And we have another. Right now, we have like across the street, we have this warehouse. It's already getting full. I'll send you a picture from it later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we're doing all this, and I got here to Spain. I'm right here in Calera y Chozas. It's a beautiful little town. They give me, like, they open their heart for me. Seriously, people from Spain are wonderful. So we're getting together right now. I got here, like I said, I got here, and they were asking me, "What do you need, Eric? What do you need? Do you need help? Tell me what you need for you." And when they were telling me, "What do you need?" I said, "Well, we need diapers. We need this for." I was thinking for the people from up there, not for me, at this time. And we still get together. I'm gonna do some interviews so we can get more stuff, and that's what we're doing. We're moving on, but we don't want to leave our people there. My brother-in-law, he's a military right now. He's fighting right now on hot zone, man. So imagine, it's tough. My father-in-law, he has cancer, and he's in Ukraine right now. He's gonna get operated next week. And then my brother-in-law has 2 kids and then his wife. And then it's all kinds of people we left there, friends. It's tough. It's tough.
Where's your brother?
My brother-in-law, we don't know. We
No,
don't
you say
know.
he's
He doesn't.
in the military.
He's in the military. Yes, he's in the military. He doesn't tell us exactly where he's at.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, for obvious
Yeah.
reasons. But he's always telling us, hey, it's all good. Don't worry, guys. We're trying. We're going hard. But you know what? They're very smart. Ukrainians are very smart, and they got power.
Fuck
They're
yeah.
going. He's telling me, Russians, the only thing they know what to do, the only thing they know he said, no, the only thing they know good to do is to press a button.
Yeah.
Because they're not smart.
Yeah.
They're very dumb. So I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's now for like the warehouse of stuff you're putting together. Is there any way people can donate? Like, do you have a link or something that I could put out on the podcast? Is there a way where people can donate? Because I think a lot of people, and rightfully so, are often skeptical of like the giant charities, because a lot of those, although they do good, a lot of them are also very corrupt. And so when people see these big charities like, hey, donate to the Red Cross, it's like, hey, only 5% actually going to Ukraine. Is there something smaller like that you're doing? Is there anywhere where people can directly donate?
Yeah, we do have. I do have my what's it called? Instagram and things like that. But I'm actually going directly for the people. I'll get it though. I'll get it and see if to tell the truth, I don't really have one.
Yeah,
I'm moving myself with the churches. I'm going around the churches, talking to the people and telling them, or the schools, and telling them, you know what, help us please. We're doing this. They get together and they give us a lot of stuff. They're coming out and they're continuing to bring in a lot of things, which is pretty cool. And they try to give us money. I'm like, no, I don't need money. Give me diapers. Give me these things. I can put them on the truck. We got semis. We got 2 semis per week. And we're trying to get them all these things. Money, I mean, it's cool, but
so like 99% of the people that watch and listen to my podcast are in the United States. None of them are in Spain, so they can't bring you diapers and food. So like they only have money to give. Is there any? Can you start a GoFundMe or a PayPal or a Venmo or whatever where people? Because like me, like I can't help you in Spain. I can't give you diapers. I can give you 20 bucks.
I know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
there are people who probably would help, but they physically they're not in Spain.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think I have what's it called?
Venmo,
an
PayPal,
account.
Cash App, GoFundMe.
Yeah, I think I can get
Send
one. I don't really have it right now, but I wasn't ready for this. I just,
Yeah.
When I do, I will pass it to you.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, whenever you get a minute, so because you could probably get people that would help out, and then you can just go, whatever they don't give you, you could just go buy shit. I mean, I think people would be willing to help.
Yeah.
It's just, again, not physical. If I was there, I'd give you diapers, but I'm not in Spain. I can't give you diapers. It's like
we
that.
also get in tactical. What's called the tactical vest, not the one with the plates. just like normal ones. I mean, right now we're getting everything, even fishing vests, man. Those fishing ones that they with all kinds of
Uh-huh.
pockets, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
We're getting those too. We're like, bring those too. We need them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So like all
everything,
that
man.
stuff
It's
you could
everything.
buy. It would be cheaper for people to just send you money and then you could just order more of that shit as opposed to people like
Okay.
shipping it to Spain. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
think
I'll
of how I
definitely.
can help. Yeah.
Okay, that'll we'll appreciate a lot, man.
Yeah.
It's we're right now even getting together all the Ukrainian women because not only that we're bringing Ukrainians down here to Spain and already have houses for them. We're in little towns outside of
Oh yeah.
Spain. There's a lot of houses that nobody lives there, and I already talked to the government and some people around here. So what we're doing is people that comes from Ukraine, we're giving them a little place to stay or a house. It all depends how many people there. And for example, the sixth of this the sixth of this month coming, there will be here 9 people already. Another 9. Last week there were 7 of them coming already here. And I'm trying to move, I'm trying to help as much as I can. I know it's not much, but I have to do something.
It's yeah, don't look at it like it's not much though. You can only ever do what's in your position. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so what is my podcast? Am I having an effect on Putin? Probably not. And Zelensky? Probably not. But
Uh,
I can help you. You're one person who's doing as much as they can. I can be
yeah.
one person that helps the guy doing as much as they can. And I know it sounds like some motivational poster shit. Be the change you want to see in the world. But no, really. I mean, for every person there's you. And if anyone on my podcast, even if 1% of them donates $1, I mean, there's $1,000. No, $100. If 10% of them donate $1, $1,000, that is something.
But
And the people that
yeah,
are
it is. No,
receiving the
definitely.
diapers,
All
yeah,
the help we can get,
that's what I mean.
it's amazing.
Is
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
don't belittle your own efforts. It's very easy to look at something giant like this where it's two nation states battling against each other, Ukraine and Russia, and then you have NATO helping Ukraine. It's very easy to look at this and go, what can I do? You feel like you're standing at the base of Mount Everest. But if you look at it that way, so for instance, like after my brother died, I gained a ton of fucking weight. I started drinking and eating a lot of McDonald's. And like it took me a while to lose weight. And I still have a lot of the weight to lose. And it was like last October 2021 had been 7 years. And I was like, I'm never going to lose all the weight. I just kind of accepted that I gained weight. And I was like, how much do I need to lose? I need to lose another 40. And I was like, I can't do all that. And then what I decided was I was like, hey, I wonder if I could lose like half a pound a week. And I was like, I could lose half a pound a week, but I was like, that's nothing. It's half a pound. And I was like, what if I just lose half a pound a week? What if I cut out the alcohol and maybe like once a week I go get a little ice cream or something? But if 5 days a week I eat some broccoli and chicken and just go to the gym, can I do that? And I was like, sure, I'll do that. And then so like
Yeah,
a week goes by. Oh, cool. And another week goes by. Cool. Well, now it's been 5 months and I've lost almost 30 pounds. And you go, oh, it
yeah,
can be done. And so, but that's my point is when you look at something like that, it's very easy to go, it's so
yeah, yeah,
much.
I know
This
what you
is
mean.
episode 764. Like, I remember when I was psyched to get to episode 10. So if you just do a little bit, whether it's helping Ukraine, whether it's dieting or whether it's starting a podcast or as yourself, starting with $1,000, wife working 4 jobs, to all of a sudden Belfort coming to you.
Yeah,
You've seen from your experiences and I've seen from my experiences that doing the little bit that you can often spirals into the biggest thing possible. So don't belittle the little
yeah,
bit you're doing. 2 semi trucks, that's incredible. If I can help you get an extra $100, is it a lot? No, but to the people getting the diapers or the guys getting the vests, that is a lot. You're getting 9 people to come to homes in Spain. Is 9 a whole lot compared to the 5 million leaving? Not at all. To those nine
no,
people, I bet it's a really big fucking deal. So don't
yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah,
don't belittle your own
definitely.
efforts, man. I won't let you do that. I'll come over there and kick your ass
Thank you,
myself.
buddy.
I'll come over there and do it
Thanks.
myself.
Thank you,
Yeah.
buddy. Thanks. No,
Yeah.
I just, I wish, like in these situations, you wish you could do more and more.
Well, yeah.
because it's tough, it's really tough. Like uh, I wish I could do more because I was there, because I
Yeah.
live with these people. Because for me, I feel that I need to do more, and it's not. I feel that I'm responsible to do this too. I have to be there with them. Like I said, my kids are Ukrainians. My wife is Ukrainian, and they don't. I'm not Ukrainian, but I have these two kids that I have to stand for them and support this for them. Because I know they will tell me, "Hey, Dad, you know what? We're Ukrainians. You should help. You could do things. Why not?" And I want to show this to them that they have to support their country and show this love for the country. It's important. You know this. I mean, they teach us this in US all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I wasn't born in US, but I grew up there.
Yeah.
And believe me, I have this love for US that I probably don't even have for Mexico, but you know, tell the truth, because I grew up there. I know how it was, high school, elementary, all these, things going. And it was amazing. For me,
Yeah.
life in US, it was amazing. God bless America, like we always say that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. Just like like I said, I just feel like I need to do more and more and more for them. It's
You
something that I have to.
you do. I mean, but even so, yeah, you were born in Mexico, but you grew up in the US, and so you have a greater love for the US. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're not Ukrainian. I mean, your kids are Ukrainian. Like the
Yeah,
things you
that's
love
what I
more,
mean.
the things you love more than even the BMW. So I think by default that makes you Ukrainian. Even if it doesn't, who gives a shit? You're defending your
Yeah.
kids. Who cares?
No,
You don't need to be Ukrainian. I'm not Ukrainian.
no,
Why would I give a shit? I don't care. I'm going to send you money. It doesn't matter. I'm never visited Ukraine. I probably never will. Doesn't matter. You don't have to. You don't have to have the flag behind you. Who gives a shit? I was born in New Hampshire. I graduated college in Georgia. I like Georgia. I'm not from Georgia. It's okay to like. Who gives a shit?
yeah,
Don't worry about if you're Ukrainian or not. And I know you, like you said, you feel like you should do more. Yeah, well, of course you do, man. It's you know what? After my brother died, I started a charity for mental health, and I raised like $15,000, not a whole lot, and I donated it to the National Institutes of Mental Health, who annually get like $1 billion. It was nothing, but I did my part. It made me feel better. It made my family happy. And I made sure that my brother's death wasn't entirely in vain. My goal, I talk about mental health a lot on this podcast. I try to be very open about it. I try to put myself in kind of a vulnerable position so that other people can feel open to talking about it and confident talking. I talk about my own fights with depression. I talk about me coming close to suicide myself. Like I just told you, got fat and did drugs. Like I do that so that my brother's death wasn't in vain. One day, I like you seeing Belfort and going, I want this guy to work for me. Yeah, one
yeah,
day I look forward to the day when Joe Rogan looks up to me and says, "How do I get the guests you get?" And I'll be like, "Oh, let me tell you how." You know, that's a long ways away. But I have these huge goals. What are the purpose of the huge goals? Because before I die, I want to have a massive effect on mental health care in the United States. Of course I want to do more than donate 15,000. Of course I want to do more than, send you $20, but of anyone that's ever been passionate about something never does it and goes, that was enough. Of course they want to do more. Why do you think Tom Brady just came out of retirement?
yeah.
Because he wants
Well, I
more.
mean, we want more. We,
Yeah,
we we are one of those people that we never stop, man. We want to continue.
exactly.
Like I said, I got out from down there, and I was like going up. I was moving all the time, like working, boom, 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 moving up. And I come here to Spain. I'm like, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just like do nothing? No, I have to get up on my feet and stand for it and go for it and help and move on. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm pushing up everybody here now. People are calling me. We have a group of Ukrainians. They're coming over here now, and another group. from the government. It's kind of like a little group that from different little towns. So they're telling me, Eric, we have 2 houses. We have 1 house here. They're telling me this. Not only that, we're giving them food, completely food, clothes, because we know they don't have clothes. So we're getting food, we're getting all this. Well, not me, but we're getting together everything, But I'm moving, I'm asking for this for the people from Ukraine. We need this. Can we help with this? And I'm going by myself sometimes all the way to Madrid because we're like 45 minutes away to Madrid. And I'm going all the way to the train station or to the airport to get these people back right here. I go get them, bring them over, and kind of put them in their house. And I try to do as much as I can. But it's working, man. I feel good about it. And I want to do more. Like you say, we are one of those people that like, move on. I don't want to stay like this. I lost everything, but I know I will come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to stay down, and I'm not.
Yeah.
You'll know. You'll see me.
Yeah. No, I know. I know I will, because I completely relate to that. I completely get it. It's staying still and quitting, to me, that's worse than death. And
Yeah.
like the yearning to do more, it's always gonna be there. You're never gonna hit a point where you've done enough. It's the process of doing more, whether it's building your own company or whether it's sending diapers and vests to Ukraine. It's always going to be more, and that's what drives it forward. And I mean, you get something to sink your teeth into. I mean, clearly you love working. Like me, I'm a workaholic. You like climbing the ladder. All right. Well, instead of going to Cancun and seeing Belfort and building your own thing, now you're in Spain and you're sending money and supplies back to the country that's being a sovereign. It's a rape of a sovereign nation by Russia. It's something to sink your teeth into. Like, there's beauty in that. And I know it's perhaps inappropriate for me to word it like that, but there is beauty in that struggle. It's, I mean, you can't help but almost feel it's like, man, maybe this wasn't a setback. Maybe this is, like you play sports or something. You start in like the elementary school league, and then you get to like the junior JV team, and then you make it to varsity, and then college, and then pro.
Yeah.
Maybe you mastered business, and maybe God or the universe or whatever your beliefs are, maybe they were like, all right, you passed business, you just leveled up, and it's like, now you're going to try to rebuild a country. And you're like, what the fuck? I can't do this. No, it's the next level. You're playing with the varsity kids now. You're like, whenever you go and start playing sports at another level and the kids are taller and they're faster and they're better than you got to get better. My dad would always say that. He'd be like, don't play with the kids that you can beat. Play with the ones that kick your ass, because it forces you to get to their level. Man, you just graduated from business with Belfort and tacos to now it's like, all right, can you send semi trucks to a war zone and take refugees and put them in homes in a country that you're not even from? Yeah, man, this is just the next level.
This is very, very cool. Let me tell you about the semis.
Yeah.
They call me. We went to Madrid this day. We were supposed to pick up like a document down there, and I stopped in a gas station, and there's this guy, Ukrainian, approaching to me. The car kind of gets closer because my plates were saying it has the number of Ukraine. So he comes over and says, "Привет," like hello. I go, "Привет." And he just like, "Are you coming from Ukraine?" And I'm like, "Yes, we're coming from up there." "Welcome, brother." "And are you Ukraine?" "No, I'm not. My wife is." And we're just talking, and we start talking in English or then in Spanish, because he speaks Spanish too. And then he says, "You know what? We are trying to get a semi to Ukraine, but we have problems to send this over down there, and we don't have semis. They're sending they're charging a lot of money."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Are you serious?" "Yeah." "All right, let's get together." So that was in the morning, and about like around 10 o'clock in the morning. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, already I had a semi already for him for 2,400 euros from here to Lviv.
Fuck
These
yeah.
guys were not going to be stopping in Poland. They were going to go inside Lviv. So we did it. We got them. Right now, we're sending those semis. These guys are working right now. So
You've
it's
been
amazing.
you've been practicing your whole life for this and you didn't even know it.
Yeah,
You're
I was
putting
like,
you yeah. Think
so I
about
was
it.
like,
With tacos or
you need
Ryzen,
semis.
you know how to flip a profit, you know how to do it efficiently, you know how to provide a better product, and then once you get to the top level, you know how to go, now let's take it to the next level. You've been practicing your whole life for this, man. And
And
now
I
it's
did the
here.
close up. So easy. For me, it was like, boom, I do the
Yeah.
close up real easy, You need this, boom, got it up.
Yeah.
And I call my people right away from Ukraine. Okay, do we have semis? Yes, we do have semis. Can they come down? Do they have the license? Do they have the yes? All right, send me 2 of those. We're gonna be paying them, but they're gonna be working for this much. No, they don't need money. What do they need? Oh, just need the diesel and some expensives and things. Okay, how much? All right, 2,400. All right, let's do it. Boom. So we did it, all the way. And they're coming down and up. So it's amazing, man. It's great. I feel so good about this. And I'm just Pablo. Pablo is the guy who's working. Say hi for him. I
Shout
know he
out
will see
Pablo.
this for
Shout
sure.
out
Yeah,
shout out Pablo.
yeah. And Igor, this guy too. He's cool. He's cool.
Shout out Igor.
Yeah, these guys. And then the guys uh, from Ukraine, they're amazing, man. They're always calling me. They're always sending me messages. Eric, we're doing this. We need this. Eric, can you look for this for us? I'm trying to look as much as I can right now. In fact, we need a truck right now. We need a truck. It's important because we have this medical vehicle, but it's so old, man. It's one of those old minivans. You remember those
Yeah,
like
like
those Peace Brother things going on with the windows?
Volkswagen bus.
Yeah, kind of like those. And but it was like the ones that you have to push, man, to be able to run.
Oh Jesus.
Imagine. So they're asking me for a truck, and I'm trying to get a truck for them. Today I was looking for them, and let's see. I think I can get a truck, hopefully by this week, and I got to get it all the way to Lviv. So it's gonna be cool.
But again, you have to you can sit in despair and say this sucks, or you can look at it as the next challenge and see how can you repurpose your skills for it. So like this podcast, I started this podcast living above my parents' garage, and it just started with me and friends, and then it went to like I started getting authors, and I got doctors, and I've had on Dr. Malone and Dr. McCullough a ton, who've both been on Joe Rogan. Dr. McCullough put me in touch with Dr. Diaz because when I have all these guests on, even before the pandemic, you'd get a guest and then the guest would recommend a friend. They'd be like, hey, this guy's cool. And you'd have that guy on. And then that guy would recommend a friend. And it'd kind of leapfrog to all these weird topics that you never thought you'd be covering before. That's kind of like a thing I've mastered over the last 2 years is like how to feel out these networks and see where they go. And you never know where they're going to go, but you just push them forward. And there's some weird like sixth sense where you can find them. Dr. McCullough telling me to have on Dr. Diaz. I was like, sure. Dr. Diaz and I hit it off. We were having a blast. And he texted me afterwards. And he's like, Tom, you got to have on this guy. And I was like, who's like, it's my buddy Eric. And I was like, all right, I'll have on Eric. So there's like the network. There's the McCullough to Diaz to Eric. Now, was that anything I planned for? No. Was that anything I prepared for 2 years? No. But now I can get you on here and we can talk about your story. So it's, again, there's 2 ways to look at it. Despair, destruction, my life is over. Putin took everything. Fuck this. The world is dark. There is no God. Or you can go, this sucks. Let's use the things I have. You don't know how to drive a semi truck, right? No, me neither.
No.
Yeah. No, neither do I. But you knew how to make a call. You knew how to get it going. You knew how to get the people. And the guys that drive the semi trucks probably have no idea how to do what you're doing. You probably don't know how to set up a podcast, or you do. It's not that hard. But here's a thing where I can weave through these things and get people on, and it's not a whole lot. I have 10,000 subscribers. It's nothing in the grand scheme of things, but there's a little baby step. You don't know, but you never know where these tendrils grow. So despair and all is lost, or you can look at it. You can go, the situation sucks. This is not ideal. That being said, it's here. What are we can do? In October, I can sit there and go, I'm fat. I've got man tits. This sucks. But it didn't matter how much it sucked. I looked in the bathroom mirror and I saw a gut. At a certain point, you go, hey, I wish it wasn't here, but it is here. What can we do now? Well, I can throw out all the junk food. I can dump out the beer, and I can go get some vegetables so I stop fucking eating candy in the middle of the night. And you can make moves, and it takes a little bit, and it's not a whole lot, but you can make moves. So again, you with business and calling semi truckers, and me through McCullough and Diaz to, you can look at it and you can put
It's
what you
the
have.
same.
Yeah.
It is the same solution. I mean, formula. It is the same formula for
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I discovered this for business. It's all the businesses are the same. If you know how to do
Same exact
business,
thing.
you know, you just follow it the same way. Blink. Oh, okay.
Every
Boom. Oh,
podcast,
yeah. It
every
changes the
podcast
product.
is the same.
Yeah, it changes the product. Okay, but the product doesn't make. It's not always what is important.
No.
Important is the way you manage to sell the product.
Yeah.
You know, you need to know what the person needs, the needs of the person. That's what it is. If you
Yeah.
know how, oh, because this guy comes to Eric, you know what? We have these things already to send to Ukraine, but we don't have a semi. Oh, you need this. All right, boom, I move. Yeah, you got it. So right away, we got the semi. We send it down there. We fill it up. Eric, and he's like, "Wow, Eric, let's do more. We have to send more. We already, like I said, we have a warehouse here in this little town. It's filling up already. Seriously, we have food, diapers, clothes, all these things. We're not sending clothes on there unless it's new or like socks, things like this for tactical. What are they called? Tactical vests.
Yeah.
Yeah, and things like this. Those little wipe for the babies. What they call?
Baby wipes.
Yeah, baby wipes, and all these little things. Food. We're sending all kinds of food down there. It's just amazing, man. But the people from here, from Spain, they're like, wow, this right here, this region that is called Caleras Chozas. It's amazing. Rocio, Daniel, all these the cura, man, the father from church, a Catholic church, which is an amazing guy. Rocio, this girl that she's always moving up. There's two Rocios actually. It's just amazing. It's just all kinds of people that are all into it. That they just want to help. They don't care. They don't even. They never, like you say, They never been in Ukraine, and they probably will never been. But they are people with hearts, and they're feeling this, and it's just amazing. It's wonderful knowing that we still are good people.
Yeah.
Not just like that fucker.
Yeah. No, it's
Definitely.
it's what you're saying about business. It's all the same. My dad was in chicken sales for like 30 years, but it's sales. My dad will be the first to tell you. Like, sure, it might take a little bit. He'll have to learn about the new product, but it doesn't have to be chicken. My dad could sell phones. He could sell slippers. He could sell cars. It's sales. And it's the same thing with business. For me, it's the same thing with podcasting. Do I want to get on an author? Am I having on a political candidate? And am I having on who? It doesn't matter. What you do is it's what I do every day before the podcast. You always got to sleep 8 hours. You cannot have any less than 8 hours of sleep. I go to the gym. I do a mile on the treadmill, and then I lift weights. I come back. I take a cold shower, put on clean clothes, I shave, and I meditate. And then I come here and I turn on the lights, make sure everything's working. And when I have the guest here, I give them my absolute all for an hour. Phone over here, turned off. Don't play with the phone. I don't pull up other shit. It's the same thing. Now, whether I'm talking about you fleeing Ukraine with your wife and kids, or whether I'm talking to a guy who's flies for the Air Force, or whether I'm talking to a woman who started her own powerlifting gym in California, it doesn't matter. It's the same formula. And when you understand the formula, that's when it gets useful, is you can then remove certain things and put in new things. And right now, in time of a crisis, that's the beauty of it, is you can go, okay, not a normal podcast, not a normal business thing, plug and play. What do we need? We have people in Ukraine getting fucked by Russia. How do we work with it? Plug and play. And you can make yourself useful. And so when you have those feelings of, I feel like I should do more, you're doing the thing you're doing. If right now I was sent over to drive a semi truck, I would be, any talents I have would be wasted, right? If they had you driving a semi truck, that's a talent wasted. What they need is they need you making the calls and putting this stuff
Exactly.
together. I'm on the
Yeah, yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
I can take your stuff and a little bit, I can maybe amplify it a little bit. If you play your position, you're actually doing the most you can do right now. You are doing the most you can do. It would be wasted if you did anything else.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know if I would be like doing nothing, it would be wasted. It's just like
Yeah.
no. But like you said, we're like I was telling you too, and we are those people that we don't stop. I want to continue more. I want to be doing it every day. Yeah, it's like when you do you play football.
I never played football.
Oh, you like football?
Yeah, sure.
You like football?
Yeah.
All right. But you go see a game and your team goes to scores. What do you want?
Let's score again.
You want more.
Oh, give me
You want more.
Let's go.
Yeah, give me another one. Give me another one. Yeah. So every time they score, you want more and more. And that's the way I feel. Like I got one down there already. I got two of them there already. I want more. I want more.
You're getting 2 semi trucks a week, right?
Yeah.
Fucking get it up to 3. I mean, like, turn it up, turn the dial, conquer.
That's what I'm going to do. And believe me, the next thing I'm going to be doing here for sure is I'm going to bring Ukrainians from down there, and I will put them around the houses, families together. I'm not going to separate no one. I'm going to put the families together in one house by themselves. I'm looking for houses down here already that no one is living there, that these houses are good to live, to be there for them, so they can actually feel good, feel at least something. It's not going to be the same. Never is going to be the same because I feel it. I left my house. Yeah, they let me borrow a house. I'm cool.
Yeah.
But it's not the same.
No.
But at least I have a place. And I want this for them too. I want them to be at least safe, at least feel a little bit of peace on their heart, like I have right now. I feel better because I have my kids, and I know they're okay. I went, like I said, right away. I went to Carrefour.
Eric, you froze up. I don't know what happened. He's back. All right. Yeah, sorry, you froze up for a second. You said okay. So you said you went to, and then it froze up.
Well, I went to Carrefour, this store, and I went to get some toys. So I bought the toys for my kids, and I said, you know what? First of all, this will make my kids feel more safe, more relaxed.
More at home.
I'm like, I bought these toys right there. Boom, get the toys, kids. So we got the toys. My kids are feeling better. They're like, oh, they got new toys. They got cool toys. And this is what I'm trying to do with the other family. Get a little piece of their, peace in their hearts. And it's important, like I have it right now. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It will never be the same because our houses, our families, our everything is being destroyed. But by bringing them and put them in a place that at least I know that they will be safe, that will make me feel good as a human. I'm not doing this for money and that. Forget about the business ways. As a human, I feel so good that I'm bringing these people and put them somewhere that they will be safe, and with the help of others, of course. That I'm not doing this by myself, but it's amazing that the feeling of it that they're gonna be okay. The little kids, because I brought some kids already. I brought a kid, and these kids are afraid. The day that I forgot about telling you, the day we were coming out from Lviv, there's militaries everywhere. We were coming out, helicopters flying on top of us, and then my daughter, after telling us, helicopters, daddy, helicopters, because she speaks English and Spanish and Ukrainian. So she was telling us. in English. Helicopters. When we got here to Spain, she told us, "We safe, Daddy. Are we safe, Mommy? We safe." Imagine this. It broke me, man. My little girl, 3.5 years, telling me if we are safe.
Jesus.
I was like, I was like, fucking Putin, you know? This is the time that you're like, oh, come on, let's do it one-on-one, buddy.
Yeah. But thing is like, take that energy. Your daughter saying helicopters, are we safe? You take that and it's like a fuel. You put it into a fucking rocket. What can you do with
Yeah,
that? You can bring other people into those homes. You can put the
yeah,
stuff in you can bottle it up and you can use it. You can either just break down emotionally or you can take it and you can force it back into something productive. And that's what you're doing right now. You could easily sit around and say my life is fucked and no one would doubt you. No one would fault you. But like you said, yeah, they're getting the kids toys. We're putting families in a home together. No, it's not the same home. Yeah, they're in a different country, but man, you leave a war zone and then you've got four walls and a roof and the electricity turns on and there's running water. That's some good shit, right? That's some good shit. You're not going to be too
yeah,
picky. You're doing
yeah.
what you can do, man. And I think it's beautiful. And I think you need to, and I know it's late your time, so we'll start to wrap this one up, but you need to create something where people can donate, because that's what I can do. That's what people that watch this podcast can do. I'm going to try to get other friends to maybe post it online. I don't know. I don't know.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Maybe
it.
you'll get $5. I have no idea. Maybe you'll get 100. I have no idea. But the
You
thing
know,
is
the help. The help is what it counts. It is not, it's not like I said, but the help is it's great. If people can help us,
so
it's amazing.
I and that's where I'm going to need you to help me help you. You need to set something up, Venmo, PayPal, GoFundMe, whatever, a place where people can just donate online. Because again, everyone in the United States, we can't, I can't come to your house and give you diapers for the semi trucks, but I can give
Yeah,
you
I
a couple
know.
bucks so you can go buy something. So as soon as you get that done, I can put that in. I can put that in the episode. I can send that to people. And also, um, you have my contact info now. Dr. Diaz gave it to me. Dude, you use my podcast as your platform. Like you can, let's do another episode next week. Give me updates. Tell me on how the trucks are going. And if you don't get it up to 3 semi
Sure, let's
trucks,
do it.
I'm gonna
Look,
fly. I'm gonna fly over there, and I'm gonna hit you. I'm say 3 semi trucks. All right, and the week after that, I
right
want
on.
you up to 4 a week. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'll come over there myself. I'll fucking be your motivation.
Definitely.
I'll start shoving
Count
you
with that.
around. Yeah,
Count with it.
yeah.
And I will tomorrow I have to go to the what's it called, Toledo, because we're fixing documents already for being in Spain, for my kids, my wife, and myself. So all is good, thank God. Then on Wednesday I have to be here because we have to go to Madrid and we have to take all kinds of stuff that we already have, and we're gonna put it on the other warehouse in Madrid. So it gets already, get ready, packed up to go down there. Um, but I will record everything. In fact, I don't know if we can do something. I will pass you videos of it,
Yeah, bring it
or if
here.
you want
I'll
to,
upload. I'll upload it.
okay. I can pass you videos, or I can even like go down there and have a, I don't
Stream it.
know, have
Yeah, you
a
stream it. I
streamer
can record it.
directly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
yeah. You tell me, and then we'll do it. That's
I'll,
not a problem. I mean, I have the keys from the warehouses, and I can go down there anytime. Like I said, and it's just like, let me know. But we'll
I'll
do
start
it. We'll do it definitely.
anything I can do, whether it's you coming
You
on
know
here.
what? I will record too. I will send you the people that we're gonna go pick up, because I'm gonna be picking up these people from Ukraine too, and I will do that too for sure, so you guys can see what we're doing. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool. I feel
No,
good about it.
I'll put it on here. And what we can do is if you can actually get video of what's going on, that will get people, I think, I would imagine, more willing to donate. So instead of just here's a link, give them money, it can be like, hey, here are the people you're actually helping. Yeah. And again, you and I aren't going to change the world, but let's do some. I have a podcast. You have the business skills. Let's fucking put it together something can be
Okay.
done. For the people who are getting a home, it's not nothing to them, man. It's not nothing to them. It's huge to them. So let's
definitely.
we'll fight back in the way that we can.
Cool. Appreciate it a lot, Tommy.
Thank you so much for coming on here. Again,
Thank you for your time.
yeah, I'll send you an email. I'll message you on whichever the app, which of the messaging apps do you hold on. I'll stop recording real quick.